Hello, beautiful self-care goddesses. How are you? Hope you're well. My name is Rita Savoia, and I'm a certified nutritional practitioner and a holistic wellness coach and founder of Savoia Self-Care Holistic Wellness. Thank you for taking part of your day to join me on this quick presentation about the Savoia Self-Care method that can help you embrace self-care and become the highest vibrating version of yourself. So let's get to it. Quick presentation. Let me just share my screen here, and so that we're ready to go. So basically, the Savoia self-care method is simple, easy to adopt, and most importantly, evidence-based. You know me, I love my science. The method is based on similar principles of natural medicine, but adapted to align with my own personal values so that the method is centered around 6 fundamental beliefs, 3 dimensions of wellness, and then taking that all together to create 6 pillars of self-care. So let's get to it. What are these 6 fundamental beliefs? Power of self-healing, identifying the root cause, considering the whole person. I also believe that prevention is key and that taking responsibility is critical. And you know me, I love to educate and empower you so that you can become your own health hero. These 6 beliefs were the driving force behind the Savoia self-care method. And after further fine-tuning of the method, I narrowed down the focus. In other words, once these 6 beliefs are presented to the client and I obtain their buy-in, we need actionable steps, right, that are needed to assist in the transformation of their self-healing journey. These actionable steps are rooted in the Savoia self-care method 3 dimensions of wellness, which is the heart, the mind, and the body. These actionable steps support a disciplined approach to healthy, habitual, sustainable habits that nurture and harmonize these 3 dimensions. So, how do you nurture heart, mind, and body? Well, the heart, I teach women how to tap into your heart's intuitive intelligence to support you in balancing your emotional states. I also teach women when it comes to mindset and help them understand the power of your thoughts and how that drives habitual behavior, as well as honoring your body, honoring the mind-body connection and your body's innate intelligence to self-heal. The Savoia self-care method allows you to take back control of your well-being. Although the method can be applied to both men and women, you know where my passion lies, and it's to focus on women's health and wellness. I feel like women are suffering alone and in silence, but I'm on a mission to change this by educating and empowering women just like you to take control of their own health and become their own health hero. The Savoia self-care method is based on a holistic integration of these 3 dimensions that bridge the gap between our emotions, our thoughts, and our physical body. The scientific evidence is clear now, and it indicates that our emotional and mental responses are linked to our physical symptoms and ailments. For this reason, I have created in the Savoia self-care method a system that cultivates these 3 dimensions to help optimize your metabolism, restore a balance, detoxify and rejuvenate at the cellular level for creating optimal health and wellness. So are we ready to see what these 6 pillars of self-care are? Well, they are mindset, because mindset matters. As you know, our thoughts create our reality. So understanding what we're taught, what our self-talk, what our self-talk is all about is crucial, critical to understanding our wellness journey and where we're at that wellness journey. Breathwork. If we're not breathing properly, guess what? We're not healing. We're actually causing harm. I'm not sure where we lost this beautiful ancient art of breathing properly and other breathing techniques to help us calm down and reduce stress and anxiety. I'm not sure where that happened, but it happened. But I am here to change this and help you to really optimize your breathing with simple techniques that you can do offline or online when you're actually in stress. In real time. Connection. And what do I mean by this? I mean authentic connection to yourself, to others, to your community and to everyone else that you interact with or not. So that connection is super critical. And connection is one of the #1 secrets to living a long life. And this has all been researched by the Blue Zone research that is out there. Every single Blue Zone, the #1 reason they state that they're living longer is because that they have that authentic connection. I love this, that in Greece, you don't ask what you're having for dinner, you ask, who are you having dinner with? So I love that concept, which is super cool. So authentic connection is something that has to be as part of your self-care routine. Sleep. Sleep, as I like to say, is sacred. There is so much that happens when we're sleeping, and it's not just dreaming about beautiful things, but it's also so critical for the self-healing. There is so much that's going on there that's actually going in to repair and restore when we're sleeping. So the amount of sleep, the quality of sleep is super important. And we do this by having really, really nice routines, morning routines, afternoon routines, and evening routines. And I can help you with that. And that's part of the self-care method as well. Metabolism, okay? So we talk about flexibility when it comes to your metabolism. You want to have a flexible metabolism. And you do this by optimizing nutrition and also engaging in ancient strategies such as fasting. And so I really help you to adopt a fasting lifestyle so that it doesn't feel like a diet, or even the nutrition that I help you optimize. It's more about intuitive eating that you're doing, and as well as fasting to become a lifestyle for you. So it doesn't feel like a lot of work, and it just feels like a normal part of life. So you're so educated and you embrace what I tell you, that you just don't want to eat crap because you know what it's doing to your body. So that also helps as well. But we talk a lot about the gut-brain connection too when it comes to metabolism, right? So we understand that there is such a connection, and we help you through certain foods to optimize that connection so that you don't have cravings. Because you might say, okay, great, I know this food isn't bad for me, but I'm having some really crazy cravings that I can't actually control. We can help you with that, because the gut-brain connection can actually help with that, okay? And that's by feeding your microbiome, but that's a video for another day. And the last, but most definitely not least, pillar of self-care is movement. And what I mean by movement, I mean joyful movement. So it's not just going to the gym, because our ancestors didn't really do that. They incorporated daily natural movement throughout the day. And that's exactly what I love for you to incorporate, is joyful movement. Do something that's fun, that you know you're going to do every day. I started walking a lot more in nature and just taking nature walks. And now if I don't do that every day, I feel it. I feel the sort of the tension that I haven't released when I'm out there with beautiful trees and beautiful nature and the birds surrounding me and so forth. So what is your joyful movement of the day? I love to do yoga as well. And I love to do my breath work. So you just choose something that's super joyful to do, that it doesn't feel like a chore. I want it to be easy. I want it to be a part of your lifestyle so that you can do every day. And remember, if you don't do it every day and you kind of fall off the wagon, or maybe you have, a bit of an off day, I want to reiterate this every time, because I think it's a great opportunity to do so, is that what really matters is what you do all the time, not what you do sometimes. Okay, so don't beat yourself up, meet yourself where you are. And those days that you are off or fall off the wagon, no worries, because it's not something that you do all the time, right? It's things that you do sometimes. They're okay. We're human. We're going to make mistakes. We're not always going to follow the plan, but that's okay. The most important thing is realizing it and then getting back on. Okay, so hopefully that made sense. So these are the 6 pillars, and they do, as you can see, they're all interconnected. They do take into account the 6 fundamental beliefs, as well as the 3 dimensions of wellness. So this led me to believe that these are really 6 non-negotiables. And if you talk to experts, and if you listen to experts, and if you do your research and read your books, there is some component, and now some of these experts focus on one of these pillars or two or three, but there is always some element when it comes to a self-care routine or a self-healing transformational journey. There's some element of all of these 6 pillars. And that's why I believe that these are the 6 non-negotiables when it comes to self-care. Now, some of you may be asking, where is stress and stress management and anxiety management and all of this? Because obviously stress is a silent killer, and inflammation and everything else. Where is all of that? Well, that by taking care of these 6 pillars, these 6 areas, you're actually taking care. It's a sort of a byproduct, stress and anxiety management. And I can show you that in my programs, as well as your weight loss would be a byproduct if you take care of all of these 6 beautiful pillars. Inflammation will be lowering inflammation, reducing inflammation will be a byproduct. So I always say, let's get healthy first by looking at these 6 pillars and incorporating them into your life. And then the byproduct is weight loss. The byproduct is the stress and anxiety management, the reduced inflammation, and so forth. So that's a lot of people asking that question as well. So I wanted to answer that ahead of time. So they do actually, they're sustainable in my opinion as well. And the way I space them out in the program, they allow you to really engage with it, with each aspect, each pillar, and then it becomes part of your lifestyle in order to optimize your health, your well-being, and your vitality. So you would ask me, which one is more important? Why did I put mindset first and movement last? To be honest, they're all important. But if I had to choose, I guess I believe this would be the order that I would probably teach them in, and that's how I'm teaching them in my program. So mindset is first. If you're not mastering that mindset, it's going to be really hard to talk about the other things. So we talk about the mindset, so you have that knowledge of the why you're doing what you're doing. So this is kind of more of the analytical, conscious sort of brain that I want to feed you. Then we become a little bit more practical when it comes to the breath work connection. I mean, that's huge, right? Sleep as well. Like you can't really be doing this sleeping until we do a little bit more of the breath work, because you can use the breath work to help you with sleep. And then metabolism, which is all about the nutrition, right? And fasting along, and all these other cool things that we can do when it comes to optimizing your metabolism and balancing your blood sugar, reducing inflammation, and so forth. And so they are all equally important, but very, very interconnected. So it doesn't mean that, one is better than the other, but perhaps maybe starting with one and then following through with the rest will be very applicable and successful. And this is what I've seen with my clients, right? But as you can see, it does take a holistic approach to your wellness and will allow you to thrive as you age versus merely surviving. Like, who wants to do that, ladies, right? And I'm here to help you embrace the self-care framework and feel like you're happier, sexier self again, right? So if you like, you can also join me and my weekly mailing list, because I do have amazing podcast interviews and I release that every week, as well as on my website. I have a blog that recaps all of my interviews and gives you some really, really practical tools from that specific interview, as well as I will be working on some yoga sessions and breathwork sessions, both in person and virtually, meditation sessions as well. And I'm just going to tell you this, ladies, if you want to dive deeper into how you can apply these concepts and the framework, and you're probably thinking, yeah, that sounds right. Like that's exactly what I need. I need some help with stress and anxiety. I need some help with weight loss. I need some help with inflammation. I'm not feeling sexy and happy. So let's give it a try, right? And you can use this framework on your own, no problem. You can, look up what mindset is and breath work, and you can start doing this stuff yourself. And I kudos to you if you can do it. But I know that there's just so much information, overwhelming information, that I'm here to help you, and I'm here for you. And accountability is huge. And we also have a Facebook group that I'd love for you to join. And I'm going to put the link in the description as well, so that we have a group and we can learn from each other and have that support and accountability from each other. So if you are interested, you can also go to my website and you can schedule a free consultation call and see, maybe perhaps, we're a good fit to work together. So please do check out my website and my other social media as well, and follow me and subscribe, and you'll be abreast, and you'll be kept, I guess you'll be kept posted. You will actually be in the loop of all the new things that I do. So thank you so much for your time, and I appreciate you so much, and I look forward to seeing you and perhaps interacting with you on my social media, and maybe perhaps on a call. Thank you so much, and have yourself a wonderful day. Ciao for now.